What is happening, DiBlankers? My name is Dion and you're watching Dion D Friday. And I'm just doing today's episode here because I feel like I want to be comfortable at my sofa and I can be comfortable talking to you guys. So there's something that's been bothering me, as you can probably tell by the title of this video. And I've actually talked about it in previous Dion D Fridays before, but I want to talk about it in detail now because it's actually gotten to the point where it's frustrated me so much that I feel like I actually have to talk to you guys about it. So I want to hear what your opinions and what you guys think, but my big problem, my issue with this channel at the moment is continuity with series. And I don't know if that strikes you as a surprise. Maybe some of you were like, "What, Dion? I thought you were gonna talk about how ugly you were," or something like that. But my major problem is continuity with games, like series, for example. I'll play a series, or say that I'm gonna do a series, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna do this in the next episode, I'm gonna do that, can I get your guys' suggestions? But I don't end up doing another episode, and I think I end up having a severe case of ADHD, and the weird thing is like, I don't have ADHD in real life. Anyway, let's talk about hot dogs! But when it comes to YouTube videos and games, I tend to have quite an ADHD problem. Like, the moment I say, oh, I'm gonna do a series on this game, I end up playing another game. And that's just because there's so many games out there. It's ridiculous how the world has sort of changed. I remember back in the old days, like, I'm saying old days, probably like 10 years ago, when I was younger playing games, it used to be you picked up one game and then you would play it for 2 or 3 months, or even longer than that, because that would be like your main game that you would end up playing. But nowadays, just there's so many games, like these indie games and AAA titles. There's so many, it's absolutely ridiculous, especially with the likes of Steam hosting so many of these games and having a gigantic library. It's ridiculous how much is actually on offer and actually so easily to be accessed at the click of a finger. So I think that's why I probably have a bit of an ADHD problem, but at the same time, what I think is kind of irritating me is that, like, I say I'm gonna do a series, but then I don't end up doing it. And I think that kind of looks a bit bad, because if I say in a video like, oh, I can't wait to do the series, can I get your guys' suggestions on what I should do in the next episode, and then I don't end up doing another episode, then I don't know, I get irritated about it. If you've been around the channel for a while, you might have noticed that I had a number of series going on, like Spore and Kerbal Space Program and The Sims 3, but those kind of just dropped off. And there's a few reasons for it, because, you know, I tend to do videos depending on how the views go. If people are interested in watching what I'm doing, then I'll continue doing that. I mean, it kind of makes sense. If people want to see me do something, then I'll do more of it. If people don't want to see me doing something, then why would I do it? But at the same time, like, with these series, it's not that people don't want to see it or anything, it's just like my case of ADHD, I ended up playing another game. So what I really want to do, and what I'm trying to say here is, I've noticed that I have a problem.
What are you talking about? I don't have a problem!
And that I want to try and improve this problem. So what I want to do on the channel from now on is try to lessen this case of ADHD and just try to actually do series, but focus on one game at a time, and then have those sporadic, like, different games mingled in here and there. So say, for example, if I was to play, like, actually the first series that I was planning on actually completing is Salt, and whether you guys are interested in that, I have no idea. It's a very cool game, and I really do want to finish it off. I think at maximum it'll be like 3-4 episodes. So what I really want to do is finish off that game, just so that I can have a continuity and say, yes, I played this game from start to finish, and that is done. I want to have a video in the title that says, this game complete. Salt complete. So I want to do that as soon as I can, so hopefully I'll have that done within a week. And then mingled in between those episodes of Salt, I'll have different games that are games that I could do like as a one-off, like the Impossible game, for example, Velocity Box, those games that make you rage, but they're good as just one-offs, or maybe like doing 2 episodes at maximum. And I know I have a lot of different series that I sort of dropped off, like Spore, Sims 3, and now Sims 4 has actually come out. The only frustrating thing is that as a small YouTuber like myself, even though I have 11,400 subscribers, which is absolutely awesome, that is nothing compared to a lot of other YouTubers out there. Some YouTubers get, well, I have 11,000, even multiples of that within a day. It's absolutely insane. So relatively speaking, I am a small channel, and when it comes to search results, I can't really compete, and that's what's really frustrating for doing a series like that, because I put in all this effort and then hardly anyone, it actually just doesn't really reach out to that many people. So I think at the moment I'm gonna put Sims 4 on a bit of a back foot. I'm gonna let just the whole craze about Sims 4 just die down, so that eventually I can actually just do a series and there won't be tons and tons of competition going out there, like loads of big YouTubers uploading it daily or every other day or whatever it is, even every week. But with the other series like Kerbal Space Program, that has a big learning curve in it, and I know this is gonna sound a bit bad for the people that are like know Kerbal Space Program inside and out, but I feel like it's kind of complicated. I am not only playing games all day, I have finished working just recently, like 2 weeks ago, but now with my exam coming up in 3 weeks' time to become a pharmacist, I've got so many books to read. Like, I've actually got them laid out over here. These are a few books that I have to read. This is another book that I have to read. This is another book that I have to read, and that's not all of it. There's probably another 2 books somewhere else that I have to read within 3 weeks. So this big book is almost done. These other ones, oh my gosh, I've got a lot of work to do. So having to learn a game like Kerbal Space Program, you know, I just don't really have the time for that right now. I need to be able to get into a game, just jump on into it straight away. So a series like with Salt is such an easy game to pick up. You learn the basic mechanics, how to move around, and crafting isn't like, you know, for rocket scientists. Anyone can learn that within a minute or so. And I just feel like that's going to be a series that I can easily do. Now I'm already thinking about what I should do after Salt, and I'll probably get onto that in time. I have no idea what I could actually think of right now. Maybe you guys can suggest it to me. But there we go. I guess we could be on a bit of a level basis. I was kind of just, you know, building that up inside. I was a bit frustrated with how things were going on, but at least you guys know exactly what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be working on series, 1 game of a series at a time, and then having mingled in episodes of different games in there. So righty blankers, I hope you enjoyed this Dion the Friday. What's really awkward is that I've actually been laying on the ground, and I've been laying on my side, and my freaking side is killing me now. So until the next Dion the Friday, I hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all these other ridiculous things that every YouTuber says. But until next Dion the Friday, I will catch all of you next time. ALS is an amazing charity, and I hope that you guys go!